So it's Uncommon Fossil, and today was Pokemon Day, and they made the big announcement that we are getting Mega Pokemon to the TCG. That was expected, so I want to talk about what it is, how they're implementing it, a little bit about their decision making as that I can understand, and just kind of my thoughts on it. So these were some images. I'm getting these images from PokeBeach, by the way, because they've got images on their site, which is always expected. So for news, check out Pokemon and check out the video too. Go find the Pokemon YouTube channel and check out the Pokemon Presents. It goes over all the games in it that they run. So anyway, so this is the image from the video, but then we have some cleaned up images from PokeBeach's site here. So getting into the mechanics. So Mega Gardevoir EX. They had two Mega Gardevoir EX and Lucario EX. The HP for Lucario EX is, 80 more HP than the regular one, and Gardevoir EX is 50 more HP. So right now they're showing an increase in HP from 50 to 80 HP. So, and obviously there's higher HP Pokemon than Gardevoir EX, so we may be seeing 400 HP Pokemon in the game. That's what I'm not so excited about. I gotta say that aspect of it. All right, so because with these Mega Pokemon, as probably I would have expected, they give up 3 prizes. That's the Mega Evolution EX rule. So when your Mega Pokemon's knocked out, your opponent takes 3 prizes instead of 2. But what's really important here is Mega Gardevoir EX does not evolve from Gardevoir EX. That's actually how the old Mega EX Pokemon worked. That was Mega EX with a capital EX, which was a while ago. This is a Mega Rayquaza EX, and it would, as it says down here, Mega Evolution, it evolved from Rayquaza EX. So Rayquaza EX was a 2-prize Pokemon. The Mega Rayquaza EX gave up it only gave up 2 prizes. The new ones give up 3, but it evolved from another EX, a multi-prize Pokemon. And then the other thing, it had the Mega Evolution rule. When your Pokemon becomes a Mega Evolution Pokemon, your turn ends. So to evolve into it, your turn ended. So you're slowing the game down, which is kind of a nice thing to give lower HP Pokemon a little room to set up. Now there were tools called, I believe, Spirit Links in the game that allowed you not to end your turn. So if you're able to get that tool, you had to get that tool, attach the tool. You also had to have a basic, just a regular EX, and then you could evolve the Mega into the Mega EX and not have your turn end. So it was a little bit harder to get going than these new Mega EXs. So like Mega Gardevoir EX evolves from Kirlia, just a single prize Kirlia. So you can play obviously Gardevoir EX and Mega Gardevoir EX. You got 4 copies of each because the names are different. You wouldn't want to do that. So just taking a look at the card and what it does. So Overflow, Flowing Wishes, each of your for 1 psychic energy, which is always great, having a 1 energy attacker. Each of your benched Pokemon, search your deck for a basic psychic energy, attach it to the Pokemon, shuffle your deck. So it's a setup thing, 360 HP, so you need to not be getting knocked out, obviously, because you don't want to give up setup with a setup attack and give 3 prizes. And then the second attack, Mega Symphonia, does 50 for 1 psychic again. Nice there. It does 50 damage for each psychic energy attached to all your Pokemon. So kind of like Shadow Rider VMAX, something like that, where you're getting energy, one of these attacks based upon all your energies in play of that type. If you have the ability to heal, even like with Professor Tura's scenario, so there's only a single energy attachment, you could just get, if you don't get knocked out, you just get it out of play and keep sending it up again. It's a stage 2, so it's a little bit of work there, but that's an option for sure. So a decent attack, and obviously right now, while we have Gardevoir EX in format, with Psychic Embrace ability, makes that deck just super powerful. Now, once these Mega Pokemon come out, rotation will have happened, so we're going to lose the good Kirlia. Okay, so Mega Gardevoir EX is not going to be as good, anywhere near as good as if it came out now, but it doesn't mean it's going to be garbage either. We'll see how good it is. Obviously, we'll see what the other cards are in the game and such there. But, so we're going to have, and these are I cards. The same thing, Lucario, again, isn't as good, I don't think, as Gardevoir, so I'm gonna, you can take a look at that card as well from PokeBeach, just get a sense of what it does. But what's important here is it's an I block card. So the F block is rotating, so we're going to have G, H, and I in format, all the EX cards, and these Mega EXs are coming out at the end of the EX block, assuming it's a 3-year block, which I think it is. So like we're only going to have Mega Gardevoir EX and Gardevoir EX in format together for a short amount of time. It's going to come out probably only a few months is my guess. Which is why I think the timing of this is interesting, and they've given a little bit of thought in that. So even the Pokemon, I think, is a little bit concerned about Megas. Look, I'm not thrilled about it. We actually have 3 prize Pokemon in the game right now because there are VMAXs. They don't really see any play. We've forgotten about them. We had the tag teams for three prizes. We had the VMAXs. We're going to have no 3 prizes for a bit, but they're coming back. My concern is, are the 3 prize Pokemon going to dominate the game? And if you want to have a competitive deck, you've got to play a 3 prize deck. I don't like that for the game. It just makes it even tougher for single prize decks to function. So, that's the downside to it. Now, because they're putting this out at the end, late in the block, it means it's going to be, let's say there's like 2 months before rotation comes out. That means if it came out like when the beginning of the I block, then you'd have it for 3 full years. We actually would have it, now we just have it for like 2 years and 2 months. So it's like 10 months shorter because they're putting it at the end of the block. So they're keeping it. I think they intentionally did that just to try to, in case it's a bit oppressive for the game, to reduce the amount of time it's in the game. And then also, interesting, like with the Mega Gardevoir EX, they're because a card like Gardevoir EX is going to rotate shortly after, Gardevoir EX rotates shortly after the Mega EX comes out for Gardevoir. They're probably being intentional with that too. So they didn't want Mega Gardevoir EX to be in the game too long with Gardevoir EX, right? So we get a little bit of time to try to make that work. Obviously, without the good Curlia, like I said, obviously you can play it expanded, and that's worth giving a try as well. But so they're going to be careful, like a good EX, like Gardevoir EX is an I block. You're right. They're going to say, okay, the G block EX that obviously can be in the same deck with it's going to rotate soon, so they can reduce the overlap there. And again, it's in format a little less because it's coming out in standard format. That is because it's coming out late, shortly before rotation or late in the I block time wise. So got the news. Mega Pokemon are on the way. You can let me know in the comments. You think it's a good thing, not a good thing? I would prefer the game just to have 1 and 2 prize Pokemon. I like 1 prize decks. I like to see them just be solid, strong options. They're always promoting these big, the fancy Pokemon that people like, right? The new big thing is always the way the game goes. So not thrilled about these EX Pokemon. I had hoped with the rotation of VMAXs that 3 prize cards would be gone. Obviously, they're not. So anyway, there's the news, good and bad. So not something I'm happy to see, but at least Pokemon is kind of taking steps to reduce the impact of the Mega Pokemon in the game. So hopefully it's all, hopefully the mechanic is something that is positive and adds to just more deck diversity for the game. Time will tell. So anyway, take care, have fun, and play some Pokemon.